Hey, I thought I would give you guys a short plant tour before everything starts kicking off. I got a few things to do out front, and then we'll start working on the in-ground garden, and instead of just doing it all together, I figured I would do this now. So, let me set down my coffee. Tom, hey, I want to finish that. So Tom is over here showing you, I have 4 nasturtiums in here. I think there's more than one in each cup, but they are ready for something. I need to figure out if I'm going to put them in the ground or in pots. I think I'm going to plant them near the tomatoes and near my arbors that I'm going to put up. Or my arch trellises, they're not arbors. Over here I have 2 giant white bleeding hearts. I ordered them over the winter and they were just roots. They came in bags with a little bit of dirt. They didn't have any green. So just a few days ago, these were completely covered with dirt and nothing was showing through. So that's cool. But they are a shade-loving plant, and I thought I had a little bit more shade than what I did, so I'm still trying to figure out where to put them. All right, over here, I have some stuff that hasn't germinated yet, some Mammoth Sunflowers. These are Okra, I think that's the Kajari, nope, that's a blue butterfly vine, and one of those is a Kajari Melon. Got several more okra and then a couple different kinds of cucumbers that are not really looking too well, but I think they're fine. I think that was what was in here, was more cucumbers because they didn't make it. And the 2 big ones in the back are squash. One more Mammoth Sunflower. I've got a bunch of these torch lilies, some blue fountain delphiniums, the blue sea holly, I have a bunch of those, some sage, some more orange marigolds, and a kitty cat. Alright, on this tray, here's some more nasturtiums, but these are variegated. Their leaves have white and light green. So variegated plants, they show usually a range of 3 different colors because the plant has 3 layers to it, and the light green, it's basically albino in 1 layer. The really light green is white in 2 layers, and then the solid white is white in all 3 layers. But when you have a leaf that's solid white, like if you had a plant that only started producing solid white leaves, it would die because it has to have some green. Anyways, these are Sunball Crispedias, I think is how you say it. Some more nasturtiums. And I had a few extra purple coneflowers back in there, and that looks like a canna that I saved from, I dug it up by the pool when they faded out in like November or December, I think. I had some extra white petunias and 2 more black petunias. They'll go up front somewhere. I just haven't figured out what to do with them. And 1 more variegated nasturtium. Alright, over here, this is a lot of the stuff that goes up front. Some of it has already been planted, I just had extra. A lemon balm, this is the Virgo Feverfew. A white marigold, I got the seeds for the white marigolds at Walmart or Lowe's, and they did not do good. They all almost died. And then, of course, like this one didn't die, but it looks a little rough. Got some white bachelor's buttons. I have already planted a bunch of those. They need to go in the front flower beds. Black pin cushions. Those will also go in the front flower beds. This right here came in the mail a couple weeks ago. Ooh, it's dry. I need to water it. It was not this color when it came in the mail. You can see down at the bottom underneath there where there's some light ones, the whole plant was that color, and it was probably about half this size. This is Plum Dazzle Sedum from the Sun Sparkler series, and it will bloom in the winter and be like super hot pink. That's not necessarily a color that I wanted for up there, but in winter when there's no other flowers, you can't really deny that. So that's really pretty. I gotta get it put in the ground. I'll probably actually order a few more since I like it so much. And then these 2 are purple fountain butterfly bushes. They are gonna go on either side of these stairs over here eventually. They're small. This was the first time I had ordered a bunch of plants online, and just about everything that came in was a lot smaller than what I thought it would be, which was fine. I got it at really good prices, so I'm not complaining, but I know better for next time. I would much rather had tried to go and look at them in person and pick them out, you know, one that looked healthy, and, you know, maybe one with some blooms, because I was expecting to get some stuff that was going to bloom, and it's not even going to bloom till next year. But I'm still thankful to have it. I got this for my birthday. It is a ornamental pepper called Black Pearl, and the reason why it is called Black Pearl, if you can see, is these little peppers look like little black pearls. You can't eat them. It said that they are very hot, and they have beautiful little purple blooms, but that one's fading out, and this other purple bloom hasn't opened yet. I will show you. But this being a pepper, you can see that they have already topped it. They do that so it bushes out and grows healthier and doesn't fall over and stuff. I've already topped all of my pepper plants. Alright, and then this tray, well, here's the example. Here's my topped pepper plants. Let's see, let me pull out a good one. It's small, but it's a good one. So this is a variegated pepper. You may have seen the pictures that I posted with the story about where the fish peppers came from. I've got, hold on. Okay. I've got one small tomato in here. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it. It wasn't doing too good. It's a Tigerilla, a striped tomato. I have some bigger ones, but this one was just kind of a weakling. This right here is a pumpkin on a stick. It is actually an eggplant, and you can eat them when they're small. I think they said that people eat them, and I can't remember if it was put in sushi or if it was just ate with rice, but you can't eat them. But if you leave them on there, you'll just have this long stick with what looks like little pumpkins on it, and you can let them dry out and use them in an arrangement in fall. They're really cute, so I'm growing them for decoration, and you can see that they are starting to get their thorns on them for sure, on the underside of the leaves and the top. The thing is kind of scary. Alright, and then, ooh, I'm very excited about this. I think this is what I'm most excited about right now, is the ground cherry. I showed a picture of it the other day. It had one bloom on it, and now it has a bunch of blooms. They are tiny. Oh, sorry, I've been digging in the dirt. It looks like I may have some, oh, I got some babies coming up in there too. Nice. I had a really hard time getting these to germinate. The seed takes like a month to germinate, and I had a bunch that just never did anything. Alright, what else can I show you? I got a couple more trays over here. This tray just came out from my grow room, so they're all babies. I do have some more ground cherries in there. I had a bunch of roots in the Lily of Valley pips that I bought, so I just stuck the roots in that dirt. I'm not sure if it'll actually do anything, but I didn't want to throw it away just in case. And then in there, that wispy stuff is chamomile. Alright, and then in this one, ooh, I'm very excited about this. I had a really hard time getting these to germinate too. This is one of the poppies. This is the gray poppy. It will go in the front yard. I can't even begin to explain to you how many of these I started, and they would start and do good, but they just died. They don't want any fertilizer. You can't really mess with their roots, so I'm proud that I think I have two. I think this is one too. Yep, that's a purple poppy. It's like it looks more like a peony. It's kind of like a frilly, it's like I wouldn't even call it a double. It's more like a triple. It doesn't even look like a poppy. I've never had poppies before. No, I take that back. One time I threw some wild seed, and it did grow. I forgot about that. And there were some little poppies in there, but when they bloomed, the bloom only lasted a day. I've got a few of the Las Vegas Comfrey. I had a really hard time getting them used to being outside from the inside, and I lost a bunch of them. I think I might have overwatered them too. I've got a few more crazy daisies. I've almost planted all of those. And then these are the Black Knight, the pincushion. They'll go in the front yard as well. I've got, this was a whole packet of rosemary. It's not really doing too good. I started it inside and it was not getting enough light, so they're really leggy and laying over, but I think some of them will take and be okay. Alright, I got one more area over here. I'll just show it to you. I won't go through them all. It's mostly flowers. It's all got to be put away. And then all of my weed flowers, we've got to go in there and pull that up or weed eat it. The bees are thoroughly enjoying it. And my giant marigold. It's still growing. Look how big that is. I wish you could smell it. I have one tomato plant over here because the wind kept bending it in this one spot and it has split. So I'm not going to put this one in the ground, but it was still pretty healthy, so I'm just going to leave it in a pot and just see what it does. This was my biggest and most healthy yellow pear. You know what? I was watching a video the other day and Jess on Roots and Refuge said that she has a hard time with this tomato too, that they split on her. So I'll just have to remember that. Maybe if I would have staked it really good to begin with and it wouldn't have, because it kept flopping over. It kept flopping over in the wind, and that's what eventually cracked it. Alright guys, I'll just kind of wrap it up here. If you guys like seeing this stuff and want to see more, then I will be happy to make more. Oh, I'm probably going to make them anyways. But let me know any questions you have or anything that you really enjoyed or something you want to see more of, and I will be happy to do so. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Tom. Alright, and then one last thing before I go, I forgot about it. These French breakfast radishes. Let me show you down here. Me and Brayden started these and we've already ate a bunch of them. They are a winter crop, so now that it's hot they are what's called bolting and they have set flower, and I'm going to let them follow through with their flowering and collect their seeds instead of buying more seeds. So if I'm successful, I should have a bunch of seeds because there's several of these in here. And I will show you what the blooms look like. Obviously, they're going to be yellow. Alright guys. Well, you guys have a great afternoon, and I'll talk to you soon.